episode of waYPTV. In this episode, we're going to be talking to a former youth premier and a former youth leader of the opposition about the roles and their responsibilities. Both of these guys have been task force members as well, so make sure you listen up because their words are very wise. Without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to Ashley and Daniel.
Hi, I'm Ashley Koblevs and I was the Youth Premier in 2011. This year I'm the Senior Coordinator Parliamentary and I'm a third-year uni student.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I was the Youth Leader of the Opposition in 2008 and the Deputy Leader of the Opposition in 2007. I'm now a public servant.
I think the most rewarding thing about being Youth Premier was being able to lead a group of really great people in the Parliament and leading up to the parliamentary week. It was really great being able to help people formulate their legislation and come up with ideas that they were passionate about and that could speak about in Parliament.
Because you've got to hold your team together and make sure that they're presenting coherent arguments, and so that means writing people's speeches during Parliament, during parliamentary sessions. So writing them little notes and stuff and handing them over encouragement notes as well when they speak really well. Pulling aside people that perhaps need a little bit of just extra assistance. And I guess whilst each committee presents their own bill, the Youth Leader of the Opposition is expected to be at the forefront of every single debate and rallying the team as the leader in a parliamentary setting. And so, yeah, I found that really really rewarding as well, because
as Youth Premier, you need to be able to communicate with people. You need to be available for them to talk to about any ideas or concerns they've got about the program. You need to be really approachable so that they feel comfortable coming and talking to you about things. You need to, things you have to do on the camp, run caucus meetings, speak at the opening ceremonies, and be a leader in Parliament in terms of question times and just the general running of the program. But it's a really rewarding experience.
As any sort of leader, particularly as Leader of the Opposition or Youth Premier, to make sure that you're a mentor and able to take under your wing some of the less experienced participants and help them get the most out of the program by just giving them a bit of advice or helping them out.
I think the tips that I would give to the 2013 Youth Premier would just be to relax, to be considerate of everyone's opinions regardless of whether you agree with them or not, and just work really hard to make sure that everyone's having a good time and that they're working together as a group, both within your government and the opposition as well.
I think with any leadership position it's really important, particularly as Youth Leader of the Opposition, because you have lower numbers in the government, is to make sure you support every single bill that's being presented by your own side and arguing for it like it's the best piece of legislation that's ever come out. Because if you're not going to support it, then the committee that's written it is not going to have that morale boost which is going to push them forward in the debate. And yeah, making sure that you have those, in order to understand all those bills, you have to make sure that you understand your team and understand the people that you're working with. So build those relationships with as many people across your committees as possible. Get to know them, because building the relationship means you can get more of an understanding as to why they would be proposing such a bill. And you may not.
I guess my final words for this would be just to have fun. Even though the Youth Premier is a position of leadership, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy the program and have a bit of fun with it. So relax, have fun, and enjoy speaking in Parliament on things you care about.
It is a privilege to be elected as the Youth Leader of the Opposition. Obviously you've got enough talent, enough charisma, enough drive and enough passion to be able to be elected to that position.
So guys, that's it for the second episode of waYPTV. Make sure you jump on the YP Extranet and look at the candidate profiles, and we'll see you at the training day on Saturday.